Hello and welcome back to Yard Sale Squad. At our house, we love a good DIY project. Today, I'm going to show you how we took our patio from humble beginnings to a place that we can truly enjoy and be proud of. And we did it for almost free. Come along, I'll show you how. Well, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I have been waiting for this video. I know several of you have been curious about how the patio has come along and what decisions I've made. It is evening time, so you can probably tell by looking at the lighting and the sounds. So I am going to insert some footage here. I'm going to walk you through the past couple of weeks, couple of months really, and show you the processes that have brought us from there to where we are currently. It has been such a journey to get this patio to a point where for this summer we are saying, done, it's good, you know. And now we're at the end of summer and we're moving towards fall, but honestly I think that we can really use this space for several more months, you know, before it really turns cold. So anyway, I want to just take you guys along. I have been shooting footage for the past 2 months, really just off and on. As we would do something for the patio, I would pull out my camera. So I have quite a few things to show you, quite a few things to catch up on. So let's hop into it. All right, so if you watched any of my previous patio videos, you know that this, like any project, worked in phases. So our first phase was really to clear out all of these vines. This was my grandmother's house, and she had beautiful vines planted here because she intended for this to be just a natural area. It was just very pretty. She had some animal statues out here, but now that we want it to be a patio, they were very much a tripping hazard and they were everywhere. So I removed as many as I could, and then I sprayed sort of a yard weed killer, hoping that maybe it would be strong enough to kill those vines. And then that was kind of phase one. So I mentioned that we were trying to decide what flooring option to go with. Eventually I would love to have something like pavers or stamped concrete, but we had all of this mulch available to us for free that my parents had. So this is real wood mulch, and we just decided to go with a thin layer of this. Again, it was free, it was easy to access, and we were able to do the work ourselves. So is it perfect? No. Am I a little tiny bit worried that it could attract termites? Yes. We're going to try to spray something and try to prevent that, but it truly was a family affair. I got my daughter in on it. Abram helped some, and then my parents brought it over. So I was really thankful to have their help in this stage of spreading everything. And Claire just wasn't sure what to think of it all, so I made sure to give her a little comforting pat. So another thing that we inherited was a set of random pavers. So some of these came from my husband's grandmother's house. Some of these were already here, but you can see that they needed a bit of a cleanup. So we worked on pressure washing them. This was really my first real experience with pressure washing, and it is so satisfying to see that before and after once the stones have all been cleaned. Pressure washing feet and ankles. All right, now that I have a clean surface, I'm moving on to prepping the cushions. So these cushions are not as water resistant as I would like, so I'm going in with this outdoor water shield Scotch Guard. I got this one specifically because it is supposed to repel rain and snow. I really wish we would get some snow this winter. We'll see. But anyway, I'm just choosing to use them this summer, and then after this summer, we'll see what we do. These are not quite as water resistant as I wish they were, and they're also not super thick, but they're not uncomfortable, and they fit the chairs fairly well. So for this summer, they will work. Oh, well, good morning. If I look extremely sweaty and frazzled, it's because I am. Oh my gosh, it is so hot out here, but it's somewhere around 8 o'clock, and I just decided that I was going to have to finish the patio today and tomorrow because there's a huge tropical storm / hurricane. I'm not sure where it stands at this point. And it's going to be coming through at the end of the week, and I would like everything to just be done. So I got out here and I started placing the stones. So let me show you where I'm at right now. All right, so this is the way that it is now. This plastic kind of needs to be recovered. But anyway, you step over this little ditch here, and we have these hexagonal stones. So I sort of put those where it would make sense as far as your steps. And if you'll remember, the arrangement of the furniture is a love seat and 2 chairs, and then I do have an outdoor coffee table that a friend is giving me. And my first thought was I'm going to try to arrange so I have enough pavers for everything, but I just don't. I don't have that many. So I decided to do 3 separate pads for everything, and then the table, I guess, will just sit in the middle. So this is the arrangement we have now. Andy walked out this morning, and the first thing she said was, the couch is bigger than that. So she may be right. This may be too narrow, and we may have to reconfigure, but I'm going to go see. So I did end up getting the furniture kind of in the spot where it needed to be, and then we moved on to lights. My dad came over and helped us hang these, and this was really when it started all coming together. I think lights are just kind of like that extra finishing touch. And once we got those done, I wanted to start styling. So I got the cushions out of the deck box. I've really enjoyed having this deck box. It was a marketplace find, and it was a total win. I'm really glad that we got it. So I got the cushions out and just kind of set them around. So far, I've been really pleased with the Scotchgard treatment, and I haven't found that it gives an odor or that it adds any sort of weird texture to the chairs. So I've been really pleased with that. I've also been really pleased with this coffee table that we were gifted, and it makes the perfect place for a little snack tray or a display of our flowers that we grew this year. These planters were a yard sale find, and they have just an assortment of clearance plants, and it just adds the perfect little touch of life to the patio. Alright, so that brings us to the present. That brings us to kind of me sitting here in the evening with the lights overhead. We just got back from a flower farm. We went to a U-Pick event. So I'm looking at those zinnias that I grew on the table, and of course I think those are lovely, but I'm going to insert a clip here so you can see the flowers that we picked at the flower farm. It was so beautiful, and I got so many ideas for things that I want to do here next summer. Oh my goodness. It was so much fun. The kids had a great time. I really enjoyed it. I think I could just go out there every day and just, clip some flowers and just really observe and smell. They had one that smelled so good. It was called lemon basil. If you have ever smelled that, it smells like those lemon drop candies, like lemon heads. It smells like those, but on your fingers. Oh, it was great. But anyway, so yeah, this is kind of where we have landed for the time being with the patio. So if you haven't watched those other videos where I kind of talked about the beginning stages, I will link those down below. Ultimately, I decided to stick with the cushions for now. They've got the Scotchgard on them. They're not perfect. They're not super thick. They're definitely not as water resistant as I would like. But we have the deck box, and someone had recommended, even if you do have outdoor cushions, it's good to have a deck box. So even if next summer we go with a cushion that is more of an outdoor fabric, I will still regularly put them in the deck box. So I'm really pleased with that purchase. I'm really pleased with how that went. I'm also just so blown away by the generosity of family and friends just saying, hey, I don't have a use for these lights. Would you like them? And I'm not going to use this coffee table anymore in our outdoor space. Would you like it? So I didn't get footage today, but I actually took the glass off, cleaned it on both sides, and then underneath where the glass was, there was just dirt and just normal, you know, being outside. So I actually took a little broom and swept all that off, and then I wiped it down multiple times with a damp rag. So it's just the generosity of family and friends, and then just taking something that just needs a little extra attention and a little extra cleaning and just giving it that attention. So this is not where the patio will stay forever in terms of the materials used. We did end up going with the free mulch, and we are going to put something on it just to kind of hopefully deter the termites. It's really just kind of mixed in with the dirt, and so yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that is. And then for now, the few pavers that I have are just underneath the chairs after we've pressure washed those pavers. So yeah, it's definitely not perfect. It's not the patio of my dreams, but what I have learned is that if you put a little effort into making something look nice, it's going to show. And also, I would say hanging lights cover a multitude of sins. You know, you hang lights somewhere and automatically you go, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful, you know. And as we were hanging them, my dad helped me, and we were talking about the pattern and different things and how we wanted them to go, and we really were thoughtful about it. But at the end of the day, I said, you know what, if you strung them up with no thought at all, it would look so pretty, because lights just have that effect. These lights, I actually got 3 of them from my sweet cousin, and I've only used 1 because they are so long. So all that to say, I have 2 more strands of lights that I could put somewhere. I don't know that I will use them, but I could, so that's pretty cool. All right, well, I am kind of afraid that I'm going to become a snack for mosquitoes out here. Earlier when I was taking some pictures and videos, I think I got bit 5 times. So definitely need some citronella out here. If you have anything that works really well on your outdoor area, please leave that down below, especially for mosquitoes. I've shared with you guys before that we battled gnats kind of seasonally, but right now it's kind of more mosquitoes than gnats. It can be either or, but right now it's kind of more mosquitoes. All right, you guys, well, that is all for this video. Thank you for following along with my patio series and watching me kind of make these decisions and talk about them with you guys. I hope that you found it helpful and inspirational. I'll be talking to you soon.